Hey, what's up everybody? This is Scott with Why I Compete. Today, I'm going to run you through a hypertrophy chest workout. Hypertrophy stands for muscle growth. So today we're going to do 2 warm-ups. On the warm-ups, we're going to do ladder push-ups. I'll explain all that in detail, what they are. And then we're going to hit the pec deck and explain why we're doing those for warm-ups. Then we're going to do some incline dumbbell, probably some regular dumbbell, and then we're going to hit dips. Those are the actual 3 working sets. And then we're going to finish back off with the ladder push-ups again. So I hope this video is informative and y'all stay tuned for today's workout. All right, so normally we start with rubber bands. We do a whole bunch of rubber band work for shoulders, for rotator cuff. Y'all be sure when you warm up, be sure to grab some type of band work or something to warm up your shoulders, or either have a really good warm up before you start chest. So warming up today, we're gonna do ladder push-ups. Ladder push-ups I do on the Smith machine. So we're gonna try to do on these, we're gonna do 2 or 3 sets here. And what I mean is you'll come right here and you'll do a set here. Lower it down, do a set there. Lower it down, do a set there. And then start over. Whenever we go to finish, we're gonna do it a little bit different way, but I'll show you that at the end of the workout. So right now, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start with 10 reps on each level of these, so 30 push-ups all together. And like I said, we're gonna do 2 to 3 sets of this, just get a lot of blood into the muscle and get absolutely everything warmed up because we do not want injury. So here we go. All right, so whenever you go to do these 2 hand placement, a lot of people ask me, where do you put your hands? All right, so every set for me, I change it up. So this bar is actually just like a bench bar. So I put my pinky on the ring, I put my ring finger on the ring, whatever you want to do. And you just keep, like my first set I done like this, my second set I'm doing here, third set I may do this or go out wider. It doesn't matter. All you're wanting to do is warm up everything in the shoulder and chest area, or you can come in narrow and work the inner of your chest and get your triceps involved. So for this set, I'm going with my ring finger on it. And try not to move your feet as far as whenever you're moving the bar. If you need to come up and move it down, keep one foot in place so you can put your feet back in the same spot. It's going to hit different angles of your chest the further you go down. All right, so now we're going to come over to pec deck. Again, this is just a warm-up exercise. I don't even really count these sets whenever we're doing chest. But on this, I try to pull my shoulder blades together, poke my chest out as much as I can. And I actually feel it better whenever I don't squeeze this and come together. Try to keep your shoulders back so that way you're utilizing more chest instead of bringing your shoulders and triceps into it. Again, we're trying to get as much blood in there as we possibly can. So the reason I keep my palms open is because I feel like it takes the forearm out of it. So whenever I grip like that, I feel like it's using forearm to help me get it together. And so I do that at the end if I'm struggling with the reps or if I want to grind out about 5 more. But for this, what we're doing is we're just trying to get as much blood in there as we can. So that way when we actually start the workout, we're going to be using weights that we can actually feel the muscle working. So we're actually training the muscle instead of just moving weights. Fingers up. So on this, he's supposed to have his shoulder blade squeezed back, his chest out. This is where he should be working, stretching here. This is where the chest muscle should be. He's getting there. This shirt makes him look a lot bigger than he is. So come together, squeeze, squeeze. There you go. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. All right, so whenever we do these, I do a lot of warm-up sets or whatever. It's kind of a pre-exhaustion of the muscle. So that way when you pre-exhaust, whenever you go to actually hit the muscle, you've got to, for me, I have to concentrate a lot harder on actually hitting what I'm actually training. So the weight may not be as much. I may have to go down in the weight to do that, because when you're actually training for hypertrophy, muscle growth, the weight really doesn't matter. So, I mean, of course you want to go as heavy as you can for as many reps as you can, but what you're wanting to do is train the muscle, not move the weight. So this isn't, I love powerlifting, do powerlifting and stuff like that, but this isn't powerlifting. This is actual training for muscle growth. So when we do stuff like this, you're focusing on the squeeze, you're focusing on getting blood in there. And whenever we go over to the dumbbells in just a second, do dumbbell incline, it's going to focus on contraction, the chest, and hitting everything that we're supposed to. All right, so on these, you're going to see me, the rep range on this we're going to do is 15, 12, 10, then we're going to do a drop set. So you're going to see me on these, whenever I come down, my arm is going to be a little bit past parallel with the floor, but I do not come all the way down and touch right in here, because train smarter, not harder, and you train smarter whenever you get older. So actually you should train smarter and harder. But so anyway, whenever you come down, I stop, like I said, with my elbow a little bit below parallel. What that does, it puts it about this far from my chest. So when I come back up, you don't see me lock out either. So when I come back up, I'm right before lockout. Oh, you're not doing a full rep, you're doing half reps. Well, the theory behind that is, in order to build muscle, which is what we're doing, it's time under tension. So whenever you come up and you fully lock something out, now you're taking it off of what you want to work. So every rep you see me do, there's never any tension off of it. So there's tension throughout, at the bottom, at the top, throughout the whole entire rep range. So it actually impacts the muscle more than it did if you come down, let it sit for a second, and then push up and lock out. You're taking the time away from the tension, and time under tension is what builds muscle. So y'all keep that in mind when you're doing these incline dumbbells. All right, so on this last one, we're going to do a set of 10, and then immediately we're going to drop it to around half the weight, and we're going to finish out, get as many reps as we can. So basically what you're doing here, this is another way to increase the intensity, push your muscle past failure, and the only way you're going to get any growth is if you try to push past the time you've done before, and time before you've done that, time before you've done that. So so we're going to do today's intensity increaser is going to be drop sets. So at the end of all 3 things that we do today, we're going to do drop sets at the end. So here we go. Oh, it flopped me. All right, so we're finished with incline. Now we're fixing to go over to bench. There's 2 different types of way to bench. For me, there's benching to build your chest, and there's benching for power. So today, with me benching to build my chest, basically slow and controlled, not gonna go that heavy. I don't really bench that much anymore. I really never go heavy on it anymore. That's my choice, simply because the older I get, shoulders, stuff like that, when I go heavy, I just feel less pain whenever I go heavy on dumbbells. So, but on this, same sets as we did on the incline dumbbell, we're gonna do 15, 12, and 10. So, first we're gonna start off, and I'm gonna change my grips. So first I'm gonna start off with the ring, then we'll go to this one, then we'll go to the pointer finger. And all it's doing is it's changing the angles at which it's kind of hitting the chest. It's very minute, but it's hitting different fibers, and that's what you want to get. You want to hit as many fibers as you can, get as much blood as you can, put as much strain as you can, have as much time under tension. All that builds growth. Don't worry about the weight. Focus on slow and controlled reps, getting more time under tension. Keep going. 1. All right, so one more thing on this. Just like I said on the incline, I come down about this far from my chest, and I don't fully lock out unless I need a rest. I don't fully lock out on this because I'm wanting to keep tension on the muscle at all times. Okay, so on this last set, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a drop set to get my reps in, and then I'm going to do a drop set until I go to failure. So the rep range on this one is 8 to 10. So if I don't get the 8 to 10 with this, I'll take the 25s off, rest just a second. I'll get 2 or 3 more reps, or maybe even 5 more reps with 225. And then that's when we'll take a plate off, and then that's when I'll absolutely go to failure. So the first drop set is to finish getting my reps in, because I want to try to push the muscle today. And it's not about the weight. So if I'm not coming down and bouncing, I'm not going to be able to get as many reps as if I do it slow and controlled. So it may only be 1, 2, 3, it may be 6, I don't know. So we'll find out how that is. Like I said, then after that, we'll drop it down, finish the reps, and then we'll go into our regular drop set. So another thing to remember whenever you're doing bench, like I said, today we didn't go heavy, but I did want to go kind of, heavy enough to maximize the good form and strain the muscle, get a good pump, get pure exhaustion in there before I started finishing out my reps. So good thing to remember, a good tip on this is keep your butt on the bench, your feet flat on the floor. Don't be raising your hips up, trying to sling it up with your stomach. None of that crap is going to help you. So it's not going to make you stronger. It's not going to get you bigger. All you're really doing, if you're doing that, is slinging the weight around. So keep it slow, controlled, tight your tension, keep it the muscle under tension as long as you can, and everything absolutely compact and controlled. You'll get more growth, less injury. So one of the last things we're going to do for the 3 major things we've done today, we've done incline dumbbells, we've done flat bench with a barbell, and now we're going to dips. Don't neglect dips, because dips is one of the best overall mass builders. It works the entire chest area with a major focus on the major part. You can do them here, you can do them on dip machines. We have one of those here, but today I'm choosing to do this because we're going to try to stay around the 3 sets of 15 rep range, because we're doing hypertrophy today. So again, hypertrophy is muscle growth, and a lot of people think that when you come in, that's all you lift for. Hypertrophy, strength, endurance, and power are the 4 things you should be lifting for if you want to build an overall powerful, healthy, good-looking physique. So another tip on these, I don't go all the way down on these, but I do go a little bit deeper than I do if I'm doing them for triceps, because tricep is going to be the top half. The chest is actually going to be the bottom half of the dip. So you go a little deeper than you would if you're going to just do these for triceps, and you lean forward a little bit. Like I said, activates the entire chest area with the emphasis on the major. Okay. All right, so on this is another variation of a ladder pull-up if you don't have a Smith machine, or if the Smith machine just took up. Our Smith machine just took up right now, so we're going to start at the bottom. If you got pins, set pins along with the racks for the bar. And of course you only have 2 spots, but instead of doing 3 like what you're doing over there, now we'll start at the bottom, go to the top, go back to the bottom, and then go back to the top until you can't do anymore. And this is the ultimate finisher for after you get through with your entire set of chest. Basically, it's the same thing as kind of doing push-ups on the floor, but this is going to hit different angles and get more of the chest activated. And these are crazy hard. All right, so we ended up with the ladder push-ups. I have the squat rack. Like I said, it's just different variation from doing it on the Smith machine if you don't have a Smith machine or your Smith machine's took up. So at the end there, I've done 10 in each spot, and then just finished out with as many as I could do. So the chest workout today consisted of 2 warm-ups, which was ladder push-ups and pec deck. After that, we went to incline dumbbell, and then we went to barbell, flat barbell, and then we went to dips, and then we went back for a finisher for the ladder push-ups. So basically today, again, hypertrophy day, time under tension, that's what you're looking for, ultimate muscle growth. And our rep ranges today were anywhere from 10 to 15, and then we wound up doing 3, 6, 9, 10, 13, about 15, 16 sets for chest today, if you count the warm-ups. We normally don't count those, so realistically we wound up doing about 10 sets for chest. Warm-ups, don't count those. Just get everything warm. And all you're doing on the warm-up, you're just getting blood in there, prevent injury. If you're young, you dang sure don't want no shoulder problems. If you're old, you're more susceptible to injury anyway. So you just got to train smarter. You always train smarter and harder, but be sure you're smarter on the way that you do it. Hope y'all enjoyed the workout. Y'all give this a try on your next chest workout, and y'all stay tuned for the next video.